Hello and welcome to Monkspath J&I School. This presentation is for parents of children who are going to be starting reception in September 2021. We would normally hold this presentation in school, but due to current guidelines, we are having to record it virtually. If at the end of this presentation you have any questions or queries, please feel free to contact us at school and we will get back to you as soon as we can. My name's Mr. Hogarth and I'm Assistant Head Teacher of Monkspath J&I School. And if you have any questions or queries with regards to the early years, our Bush Babies and Little Chimps facilities, our Monkeys Wraparound or our Before and After School Club or our Holiday Club, I'm the person you can come and see. I look forward to welcoming you all to our school and getting to meet you in person as soon as we are able to. Let me introduce you to our experienced reception staff. Ms. Harris will be in blue group, Mrs. Jarvis will be in red group, and Mrs. English will be in green group. Each class will also have a number of teaching assistants that will float throughout the unit. You'll get to meet these very soon. Shortly you should be receiving your welcome pack from school. This will have a wealth of information for you on early years, on reception, on our school, and also information with regards to your child's class and their start date. If you haven't received this shortly, please do contact school and we can ensure we send another one out to you. Within your welcome pack, there will be a letter which lets you know what class your child is in. It will also contain their start date and their start time. Here at Monkspath School, we stagger the children's start time and dates slightly in reception so that we can make sure that we give them that one-to-one and personal welcome when they arrive. On your child's first day at their allocated time, you will need to bring them to the office at the main gates. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, I am unable to say if you will be able to come down to the classroom to join your child for a few minutes and settle them. Hopefully, when we get further guidance, we will be able to clarify this with you nearer the time. As we do not yet know if we are able to invite adults and visitors into our school in September, we have decided to plan for virtual meetings. These are a one-to-one that you will have with your child's class teacher. At Monkspath, we understand the importance of relationships, and as soon as we can get you into school working with us, we will. But for now, this is a virtual chance to make sure you have the opportunity to chat to your child's teacher and pass on any relevant and important information before your child's first day. You can ask any questions with relation to drop-off or pick-up, and you can pass on any information with regards to medical or dietary requirements, any information on their academic ability, their speech and language. It's a real useful opportunity before your child starts, just to tell us a little bit more about you and your family. In your welcome pack, you will find a number of important forms that we will need you to fill in. Please don't fill these in straight away, but wait until the week or 2 weeks before your child is due to start with us so that you know that all the information included in these forms are the most up-to-date and relevant for you and your family. In your welcome pack, you will find an envelope that we have provided so that you can post to school some of the important and relevant documentation that you will have filled in from our welcome pack. Please use the envelope provided to send back to us the contact and admissions forms that have been included, along with the toileting permission form and your child's completed activity booklet. If your child is brand new and has not been to Monkspath School before, we will need to see a copy of their birth certificate. If your child has been in our nursery or has been in any of our wraparound care, we will already have seen this and it will be marked off on the system. COVID-19 has turned everybody's lives upside down. We just wanted to point out that we are a COVID secure school, and where possible, we do all things that meet and are compliant with the DfE requirements, including the ones below. The summer holidays will be a great opportunity for you to continue to promote such practices such as catch it, bin it, kill it with your child, washing hands for 20 seconds whilst singing happy birthday, washing hands more frequently throughout the day, and before and after things and activities such as eating and playing. If your child develops any coronavirus symptoms before coming into school, you must keep them at home and seek medical advice. If your child is in school and starts to show some of the main symptoms of coronavirus, you will be contacted and asked to collect them. If your child or anyone in your household starts to show symptoms of coronavirus, you will need to stay at home and self-isolate. Before your child can return to setting, you will need to either self-isolate for a 10-day period after the day your child started to show symptoms, or let us know that you have had a negative PCR test. Please note that if your child does start to show symptoms, you will need to book a PCR test, and we will not be able to accept the results of a home lateral flow test, as these are for non-symptomatic use.
At Monkspath School, we have core values which underpin everything we do. Including in these are the British values of tolerance and respect for other people. We also encourage a growth mindset. If children are learning a new skill, we don't want them to give up because it's difficult. We want them to believe they can't do it yet and see themselves as learners. In the foundation stage, we learn through play. We want the children to come home saying all they've done is play today, without realising the challenging new concepts they've actually learnt. We want learning to be child initiated, so we can go from their own interests. All of this works best when we are in a strong partnership with the school and home, with everybody working together to support the children on their learning journey. Our main priority for the first few weeks, and in fact the whole first half term, is to make sure all the children feel happy, safe and well cared for. We want the children to feel happy coming into school, so they're ready to learn. Every child starting school has had different early experiences. This is especially true this year, as world events have had such an impact on the lives of young children. We make sure our curriculum meets the needs of the children in each class, and this varies year to year. At the start of term, a class might need our support in the dinner hall for several weeks or be independent straight away. One of our main priorities is to start building positive relationships between the children. Some children will already know each other, but we find that over the summer it's a long time for them, so we might need to rekindle some of those friendships. Some children are completely new to school, so we work really hard to establish friendships between the children and to help them to make new friends and to work out any friendship problems, for example, sharing and taking turns. We help the children to learn all the routines and rules of the school and our classrooms. These help the children keep safe and also make sure we've got a productive learning environment. So, for example, we learn how to line up and walk safely around the school. We learn how to sit beautifully on the carpet and listen. One of our main rules we learn is that when we've played with the toys, we have to put them away. So we have a little mantra: we choose it, use it and put it away. During this time, we introduce the children to how we learn through play. We really need to get to know the children so that we can focus our activities around their interests and so that we can meet their individual learning needs. Starting school is an emotional time with lots of big feelings for everybody in the family. There are a few things you can do to make transition more smooth and successful for everyone. Over the summer holidays, when you're talking about school, ensure that you're positive about it. Remind the children of all the friends they're going to make and the fun that they're going to have. Of course, it's absolutely fine to feel worried. Everybody feels worried, it's completely natural, but try to focus on the positives. Remind them that they're still going to see other children from their previous group. So if they've been moved to a class with different friends, they'll still get to see them. We have lots of time where all the children play together at lunchtime and during free flow activities like when we have the bikes out or when we go to the woodlands. But it's also time to make some new friends. You can show them pictures of their new teacher. We've sent pictures in the photograph book, and you can discuss some of the things the children might get up to. We have loads of new toys and resources and activities and experiences, and that's a really fun time. We have most toys that the children will like. We have cars, we have bikes, we have dinosaurs, we have princesses and castles. We have Play-Doh out all the time and sand pits and water play. We have lots of things in the outdoor area. So loads of fun that the children will be having. One of the things that might be different is that the children will be staying at school longer. So obviously that can be a big change for the children, but remind them that they're growing up, they're going to be 5 soon, and that means that they get to stay at school longer and have even more time to have fun and learn more things. Lunchtime is another big change. Your child might have their first experience staying at school for lunch. You can tell them it's just like a big picnic with all their friends having their lunch together. It's lots of fun. You could try making some of the school dinners at home using one of the sample menus. Here are some physical activities for you to try with your child over the summer holidays so that you can help them feel confident in school. Before September, it's worth encouraging them to complete activities for slightly longer amounts of time, including those that require concentration or sitting down. We expect children will be able to concentrate for around about 1 minute for every year of their life. So if a child is 4, they should be able to concentrate for around about 4 minutes. Obviously, if it's an activity they're not at all interested in, you might find it's much shorter than that, whereas if it's something they're highly involved in, then we might find they can concentrate for a really long amount of time. This is completely normal. It's also worth practicing being independent in getting in and out of their clothes. It really helps a child if they know what their jumper looks like and their cardigan. They can recognise the label on it, that they can put their jumper on and take it off and put it away carefully so it doesn't get lost. This is also really useful for when we do PE. The children will need to be able to get changed in and out of their PE kits, taking off their shoes, putting their socks inside their shoes so that they don't lose everything. There are lots of different skills to practice hand-eye coordination. These include big skills like catching and throwing a ball, but also little things like threading. This year, your child might not have had so many opportunities to visit other people. So it's particularly important that you encourage your child to stay away from you for a little bit of time over the summer holidays so they get used to not being with you all the time. If a child has well-developed fine motor skills, that's a huge advantage at school. It supports them writing, drawing and painting, as well as being able to look after themselves, like doing up their buttons or doing up their zip. You can support your child with their fine motor skills with lots of activities such as colouring in and tracing, using child's tweezers and making sure they're holding their pen or pencil correctly. Scissor skills also help so that they can cut paper accurately. When using tools like scissors, it's really important that they understand how to carry them correctly and use them safely, and understand that they can only use them to cut paper. Over the summer, you can practice some activities that your child can play during playtime. As well as playing with different equipment such as balls, skipping ropes and bean bags, you can also teach them some ring games. These are games like Farmers in His Den or Ring a Ring of Roses, which you might have played when you were younger. Also, children love to play games such as What's the Time, Mr. Wolf? They enjoy playing tag and also can sometimes start to enjoy a game of football. Some other skills you can practice are being independent. At the moment, we have a big emphasis on washing your hands. Children need to know how long to wash their hands and how to do it thoroughly to make sure that there are no germs on their hands. As well as this, it also helps if they can blow their own nose, put their tissue in the bin and then go and wash their hands. In reception, the children have a free flow snack. This means we have snack available every day. Quite often this is fruit which has a peel on it, such as satsumas or bananas. If children are able to peel their own fruit, they have a huge amount of confidence and pride in themselves. On the snack table, there's also access to water or milk. These are contained in jugs and the children will pour their own drink for themselves whenever they feel thirsty. If children are able to pour their drink successfully, then obviously that helps prevent spillages. Early years really is the most important part of your child's education. It is during these years children learn all the skills and habits which will set them up for the rest of their school career. In the autumn term, we will email you out a curriculum evening presentation. This will explain exactly what the curriculum entails and will help you understand how you can support your child in reception. Unfortunately, we'll be unable to invite you into school at this time.
It's really important that your child comes to school every day wearing the correct school uniform. This should include grey trousers or shorts, a grey jumper, preferably with the school badge, and a white polo shirt. Uniform can also include a grey pinafore dress with a white t-shirt and grey cardigan, preferably with the school logo, although others are available. During the summer months, children can wear a purple gingham dress. Some uniform providers also stock gingham play suits. Please avoid using these as they're not part of our school uniform and can make using the toilet independently difficult for the children. All children should come to school wearing sensible black shoes, preferably with a Velcro fastening, and all uniform, including shoes, should be clearly named. There are a range of stamps, stickers and labels available to buy online. Any children with pierced ears are allowed to wear stud earrings, but we ask that these are removed on PE days for health and safety reasons. We also ask that long hair is tied back. Children will also need a PE kit, which includes black pumps, a white PE t-shirt, preferably with the school logo, and black shorts or jogging bottoms. During the summer term, we'll do outdoor PE, so the children will need outdoor trainers. We will send a note home via the school app to let you know when the children need these. Currently, due to COVID-19, the children come into school wearing PE kit on their PE days. However, this may be subject to change, so please encourage your child to practice dressing and undressing themselves independently in case we require them to change in school. Please make sure that all your PE kit is clearly labelled with your child's name. In addition to their school uniform, your child will need a school book bag, which can be purchased at the school office. Please refrain from using any other bags or rucksacks as we're limited in storage and the school book bags are measured to fit all of the folders that your child will bring to and from school. You should also send your child with a named carrier bag containing a set of spare clothes, socks and underwear. Again, please make sure that this is all clearly labelled. All children in reception and Key Stage 1 are entitled to a free school meal, the menus for which can be found on our school website or via the school app. The children are asked to choose their lunch during morning register and are given a coloured sticker before lunch to indicate their choice to the lunchtime staff. There are currently 5 options to choose from, although this may be subject to change. These usually include 2 meat or fish options, 1 vegetarian option, sandwiches or jacket potatoes. Please feel free to send your child with a healthy packed lunch or pick and choose between school dinners and lunch boxes depending on the menu options each day.
Food in reception is catered for by Solihull Catering Services. The following 2 slides give you a little bit more information about what they do. Within your welcome pack, you should find information on how to register for universal free school meals. We ask that all parents, regardless of their circumstances, register their child, even if you think they're going to have a packed lunch and not a free school meal. The application form website can be found at the bottom of this slide. One of the main changes from nursery to reception is the children having their lunch at school. Some children in nursery may already be used to this, but for many children this may be new. There are lots of things that you can do over the summer to help prepare your child for having their school meal at school. This can include helping them to use a knife and fork as independently as possible. We will always support the cutting of different foods for your child, but encouraging them to have a good go and holding their knife and fork correctly would be a great thing to practice over the summer. Something else to do over the summer would be to explore and sample a wide range of different foods. Take a look at the sample school menu. Are there any dishes that perhaps your child is less familiar with or has not encountered yet? Try them over the summer so that when your child comes into school and comes into the dinner hall, they're more familiar with the food that we serve.
The school nurse can give you information on many subjects and can be contacted if you have any concerns or worries with your child on subjects such as toileting, eating or sleeping. We would also ask you to be vigilant checking your child's head for nits. They can happen, and we ask that if they do, they get treated swiftly. Getting your child's sight and hearing tested is a really good idea before they start school. The earlier any issues are identified, the easier they are to correct. A child may not know if they have a weaker eye or ear, as the other compensates.
Good language and communication skills are incredibly important in the early years, and that's why we ask all our parents to complete a communication progress check before their child starts school. In your welcome pack, you will find details of how to access the communication progress check. If your child has been with us in nursery, you may have already done this, but as your child is now older, it is worth doing it again and periodically doing it during their reception year. The communication progress check will just let you know as a parent if your child is currently on track or if there are some areas that they could be developing further. The virtual one-to-one meeting is a great opportunity for you to discuss your child's communication and language skills with your child's class teacher. It's also a great opportunity to discuss the outcome of your progress check that you have done at home. That way, school and staff can offer you any support and information that you might need. In school, we have a number of family support workers. If you find you would like to speak to a family support worker, the details are on the screen.
The Monkspath School app contains lots of very useful information for you as your child starts school. If you are a current Marmoset or Monkeys parent, please ensure you change your notifications under the Manage tab to Reception, as you may miss out on important messages. You will be able to receive updates from school and also be able to receive letters and sign permission slips quickly and easily on the app. The school menu is also available, helping you to plan ahead. Parents are a child's first educators, and here at Monkspath we foster a family environment and work with and alongside parents and carers to ensure children are happy and cared for. We are always available to help, should you have any worries, concerns, or even you just want to double check something to be sure. We have a number of ways of helping towards building a successful partnership with parents and carers. Under normal circumstances, these are some of the things we could be offering you during the year in reception, as I'm sure you understand these will be constantly under review. Whilst at the moment we cannot have an open door policy due to current restrictions, we are available at the start and end of the day on the playground. You can also book in calls, and we have a year group email for you to use should you wish to pass on any information or have any questions. We invite you to our celebration days, which are lots of fun. The children love showing off their classrooms and the work they've been doing. During these, we will show you how we teach a carpet time. We may model writing, reading or maths. You will then be able to take part in different activities with your child. You will also get the chance to tell us how you feel your child is getting on with their learning. This will happen through our Evidence Me app, where you will be able to upload pictures or videos of your child's achievements. But further details will be given to you in September of how to access this. We have Mother's and Father's Day mornings that we invite you to, where you may get to enjoy toast or a scone with your child and join in with the activities. We also hold parent workshops on subjects such as the importance of play, reading and phonics. School newsletters are really important and come out on the school app. They inform you what your child has been learning about, especially when you get the infamous answers of nothing or played to the question, what did you do in school today? They will also give you information about upcoming events within the class.
Recently, you will have received booking forms for Bananas Breakfast and Tea Time Club. If you haven't, please contact us at school and we can ensure that we get these out to you as soon as we can. Breakfast Club is from 7:45 to 8:45, and for children that arrive before 8:30, we have a variety of different breakfast options for them, including cereals, toasts and pastries. There are two options for Tea Time Club, what we call an early session, which is from the end of the day until 4:30, in which children are provided with a light snack, or a late session, which is from when they finish school up until 6 o'clock. Here, a light snack and a light tea is provided. If you have any questions or queries with regards to Bananas Breakfast Club or Tea Time Club, please use the email address or the dedicated telephone number on the screen and we'll be happy to help you. At Monkspath, we're also able to offer parents our Let's Go Bananas Holiday Club. This is an early years club where we have fun-filled activities in themed weeks where the children are able to let their hair down and do a variety of different activities including sports, sewing, cooking and arts and crafts. We will send out holiday club information to you and you can always contact us at the Monkey's office for more information. Many thanks for taking the time to listen to our presentation. And again, let me offer you our apologies that we are still unable to invite you into school. Please make sure if you have any worries, questions or queries that you contact a member of the team who will only be happy to help. All that's left for me to say is welcome to the Monkspath family.